Good morning, afternoon, evening, friends and family. This is your friend Kelly, and we decided to help out another member of the community. Some of you may be aware of this gentleman. Actually, he's a very young gentleman that's making knives. I think he's either 15, maybe 16 now. I'm not positive exactly how old he is. But it's EJ Works. And it he came to our attention on KC's live, I don't know, a month ago, give or take, and he's brought him up a couple times. So EJ was having quite a few knives of his on sale, so I don't know how much he has left, but I will link his channel and his page down below in the description. Like, I think he does have a YouTube channel. I know he has Instagram, so I'll hit up all the normal deals, but I'm going to give you a quick look. This is what we got. This was in the box. We ordered 4 knives. Two, Brian picked 2 and I picked 2, and we picked different ones. Luckily enough, we didn't get any of the same ones because of the fact that I was like, I kind of wanted to get different ones to see how they felt and how we liked them. Now this one is one of Brian's. It's a big one. It's the black and blue clipper, which is a bigger knife, obviously, with very cool, good jimping. He's coated it. I think most of his blades are coated, or at least the ones we picked up, let's put it that way. And so far, I mean, we just got them today, so we haven't had a chance to do it, but the fit and finish seems really good. The size of the knife is awesome, and they will cut. So you figure that was one. Like I said, the black and blue clipper is what that one's called, which I don't know how well you can see that, but it's slight clip point. Would you consider that a clip point? Trailing point? There's so much discussion about blade shapes anymore that I don't even know if I want to get into it, if you want to know the truth. Now this other one, it's black and blue also. My husband, as you can tell, likes that. This is called the Blue Rebel. Sheep's Footy, Warncliffe. Here we go again. This one's a little bit smaller handle. There is no lanyard lever hole for these, most of these. He does have them on a few, but you need to actually look and see which ones they are. And awesome knife. This one, I need to check and see if this is loose. This one does kind of stick out. This screw does kind of stick out a little bit right there, where the other ones are kind of set in. I don't know if that's an accident or not. That looks like, gee willikers, maybe a T25, maybe a 30. It's hard to say. But I actually really liked this blade shape, and I pointed it out to Brian, and he's like, oh yes. So he snagged this. If he hadn't decided to pick this one, I would have grabbed it. But that one, like I said, is called the Blue Rebel. Now, we'll start getting in mind. Red Straight Back is what this one's called, which is another good sized knife. A little bit bigger than what is my normal size. I do have bigger knives. You guys know that as well as I do. But this is a bigger one. I really like the blade shape on this one. And I was like, yeah, this is one that I want to grab. And this is pretty awesome. Definitely a Kelly. Again, that was a red straight back. Of course, red handle material, red. And then the last one, this one doesn't snap. It comes out pretty easily, but it's in there tight. It ain't going anywhere. It might be something that I might be able to snug it up here or heat it up a little bit and just kind of push in a little bit right there to cause a little bit more retention. And he did like a black wash finish on this more. You can kind of tell. I haven't waxed my knife blades yet. But this one, black Tundra. This one, this blade shape, handle shape really does feel good in the hands. And jimping, he has different jimping. You'll see this is kind of more of a thinner jimping, lighter jimping, where he's got more of a heavier duty jimping on this. This one has jimping that's similar to this. And let's see, this will probably have, this one will have probably comparable. Actually, this one's spread out more, where this is more, maybe more aggressive, I guess would be a good word for that. But this one actually came with a little leather lanyard and a bead, which I don't know. I didn't check. I'm assuming he probably makes the beads also, or maybe he bought this. It looks like a wood bead. But I think my favorite is probably between these two, and it might just fall down to where size-wise it's that by size. But awesome little knife. And while I'm thinking of it, let's see. I need to wax all my blades anyway, because this one doesn't have the coating that he's put on these other knives. As you can see, this one's actually a thicker coating than what's on here. This one's more of a smoother coating. And let's see how that turns out. Which these I think are all G10 from the feel of it. It didn't really make any difference with that, but I can feel the difference on the blade shape. I don't know what the spots were on there. I don't have my Wicked Wax cleaner handy to see if it actually cleans up. Let me try something that's a little bit softer and see if that will work it in a little bit better. And since let's let that sit. I know Brian said I think he waxed his blades already, and I hadn't waxed mine, so let's do that. If you don't, the area you live in, I live in Florida, so salt and whatnot in the air is something that you need to kind of watch out for. I do highly suggest you either get a good food grade wax and or food grade mineral oil to put on your knives to help protect them and clean them good. Though honestly, this is going to be a user, so that spot finish, I'm not quite sure what that is. Might be part of the heat treating process with the black wash and how he did that. But honestly, as long as it holds up and holds an edge and cuts and does what it's supposed to, doesn't matter what it looks like. Not unless you're OCD, which I am semi-OCD. I have issues occasionally. Certain things trigger it, but other things not so much. But I wanted you guys to have a look at these and figure out which one you may like. Here's 4 samples of them. You know, black Tundra, red straight back, blue Rebel, and the black and blue Clipper, of course, with the colors Clipper, Rebel, straight back, and Tundra is the actual names, but that's just what he called each one. I think he names each one of them. And it may be something that somebody in the community reaches out to me. I may loan them. I won't loan Brian's. Those are his, and I don't take chances with his knives. I'll do mine to certain people, but even that I'm really picky about when I've seen a lot of people flicking and doing stuff with other knives and other things around and knocking them off of different things and chipping the blades. Kind of makes me leery. If it's my knife, and I'm doing it, it's one thing, but if somebody else damages my knife, that doesn't make me happy. That's one of my pet peeves. But anyway, like I said, it's EJ Works, and I will put all of his contact information that I can find down below. He might still be having a sale going on. I don't know what he has left available, because he had some really awesome deals on these knives, so take that for what it's worth. I'd check him out, because I'm sure he'll be dropping more knives here soon. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. Many hugs, many kisses, much love. Your friend Kelly. Bye-bye.